Hey folks, Studio here. So this is going to be a very special daily. Instead of just showing you guys a game of a replay, or a replay of a game from the pro scene, I'm going to try and do something on my own. So I've got a theory on supports right now and how they kind of work in the bot lane. They don't do quite as much as they used to. And there's going to be some key points I want to focus on. So I decided instead of just trying to go ahead and look at someone else's replay and just point out things that work, I will try things on my own and show you guys, and we'll do this together as a group. So this is a live stream. You can go ahead and watch this. Well, you can't watch this, but you could watch it in the future. And I'm just going to go ahead, switch to the game. Let's get into this. So my theory with supports is that they no longer play the same role they used to. Back in the day when playing a support, you would play offensively. Like lots of auto attacks would be involved. Playing someone like Zyra, you'd really abuse the fact that she's 575 range. Right now, with the way that supports are working, you kind of have to be passive. So let me just make sure I got the right thing. Whoops, this is the wrong scene. Sorry. I do not want to show myself. My OBS is also in the wrong window, so let me just get that out of there. Okay. So you can't really harass as much as a support, and there's a lot of reasons this happens. We may not see some of the reasons in this game. So I do not know my AD carry. Tet Apex, never played with them before. This is solo queue, Diamond 3 for me. One of the big shifts that AD carries have had happen in the past few months with LCS is that they're now starting with lifesteal quintessences. And you have to think about it. Why have they switched from AD reds to lifesteal reds, or lifesteal quints? From AD quints. In the case of lifesteal quints, it's because now that they have less lifesteal built into masteries, they want to find a place for it. Doran's Blade provides a lot of sustain, much more than the old Doran's Blade used to at the early levels. Every auto attack gives you 5 HP. Back in the day it was 3% HP, and you were doing 70, 80 damage. You got more out of a Doran's Blade. But because Boots 3 potions is no longer a good option, you have to start Doran's Blade, and now they're just maximizing it. So a lot of AD carries start with 1 to 2 lifesteal quintessences, and because of that, it's really hard to harass them down in lane. And this is kind of the basis. As a support, you really can only be offensive in one circumstance, which is if you're fighting alongside your AD carry. Back in the day, you could do your thing. It's like, alright, I got my AD carry doing his thing, I'll walk forward, auto attack, hide in the bush. As Lulu, you can EQ, for example. I'm playing Zyra, I'm playing a very squishy Zyra, so hopefully I don't die. But pretty much all of my harass is going to be based off, poking with the plants every now and then, but mostly just going to be setting up Caitlyn to do her damage. The other portion of this is the fact that AD carries in general do a lot more damage than supports with auto attacks. Other games don't have this problem, but because of the rune system and mastery system, and the fact that AD carries start the game out buying a damage item, you will never compete. You have no armor pen, you have no AD. If you do, it's something from a rune page, a little bit gimmicky. And yeah, this Udyr has the worst load times. He wubs himself too much right now, and he's probably wubbing himself as at load time. Just look at it. It's just going so slowly. Come on. Come on. You can do it. No, he can't. Now, in lane, I'm up against Draven and Lulu. If you want to go and just hate yourself, play against Draven and Lulu. Draven is a support killer, so this is going to really kind of accentuate my point. I'm going to have to be very, very defensive and safe in lane, and my goal is going to be not so much to do stuff, but to survive and react. I'm also going to be trying some of the European, I'll go with that, European and Chinese Korean support builds. So I'm not going to build a Philosopher's Stone until I build a Reverie. So early on, we're just going to start with something cool. Crap load of wards. Yeah! I actually didn't plan this out, so want one of you. And get a pink, or a third green. I probably should have planned out what I was buying first, but we'll go with that, So, level 1, the spread. What do you do? Now this is something that solo queue is terrible about, because chances are you're going to have the one guy who stays in base. Everybody else is just going to roam towards the mid lane. Normally you can get a really nice defensive spread across like the entire map. But, not happening this time. We're looking for an invade. And we can invade. It's very, very possible for us. Starting on Zyra, by the way, you want to start with the root. Now we're looking for it. We spot Evelyn out, so they do have an Evelyn. I actually should have paid attention a bit more to that. because my pinks are actually going to matter a whole lot more now. So I got the 2 pinks. I should have actually gone for a 3rd pink and just had 1 green or so. But our main focus is going to be now just surviving the Evelynn. And that is the Sight Ward. Oh my god, Udyr. Okay, we got some potential going on. I don't know what's going on. This is actually really crazy. We're chasing down the Lulu. We're chasing them down. I don't know if this is a good idea. It doesn't seem like a good idea, but they're low and they're on the retreat, so we can apply some pressure.
Just a harmless flower. Double kill.
Alright. I'm not going to use my binding on the creeps. Normally I would, but this is sketchy to do that. So that invade went well. The reason the invade went well was they overcommitted on the Udyr, and Udyr didn't go down. So that was just a mistake on their part. We walked into the fight. Our team is better level 1. They have Casted in mid, Evelynn top that owns. So the pink wards are actually not that important. But it was just committed fight on their part. Caitlyn started with with longsword potions. Ow. Stop that. And Draven's already uses red potion. So we're in a really good position bot lane. We just can't do too much until we actually buy. Once we buy, we can do some stuff. We'll have a big lead. I've already got 450 gold. I'm very, very powerful compared to Lulu and Caitlyn, actually. We can start bullying them. But just because the red potion is ticking, we don't want to get too crazy. We don't want to give away some advantage. It's actually a pretty crazy game. Like, that's a really crazy team comp that we're up against. Elise. Elise jungle, Evelynn top lane, Casted in mid lane. Now, we know that Elise is coming. I'm actually playing pretty greedy right now, not putting down a ward. But I've got this down there, the seedling down, to make sure nothing too bad happens, and Caitlyn's kind of holding around. I actually focused too much on showing you guys what was going on, rather than doing not dumb stuff. Oh, come on! Yes, yes, yes! Fight him, fight him, fight him! Oh. So I'm gonna have to show less stuff off. Can't be the focus. So going back to buy here, it's a good idea. I can get another ward. A green just to make the lane a little bit easier. And the item that most supports are running is Sightstone. Go for Sightstone. Now, what I could have done in that engagement was back up Land of Binding onto Draven. And even though my binding doesn't last very long, it would give a chance for Caitlyn to get maybe 1 or 2 auto attacks off. And doing so, because we're still in the early game, just 1 or 2 auto attacks is devastating. Later on, like once AD carries have sustain, they'll just heal right back up. And now Caitlyn has 2 Doran's Blades, so now she's got sustain. Now she's going to stay alive, and we can actually pressure really hard. Our focus is now going to be going from playing really passively to just trying to apply some pressure. Holy crap, Draven used to speed up. So I took a lot of damage trying to keep Draven in place, which is both a really good thing and a bad thing. He's going to go back and recall, and if I can delay him a little bit longer... Nope, he didn't stick around. I was hoping he'd just be like right next to that ceiling or something like that. It'll be nice because we have a bigger advantage. And this is kind of the item advantage people talk about while laning. Caitlyn has better items. I have a ruby crystal, which is not that much better, but it's a slight advantage, and it does build up. So because I have that very slight advantage and that Caitlyn has a bigger advantage, we can keep applying pressure. Draven's coming back to lane, realized because he started with that fort pot, he has no items right now. And that's pretty devastating for him. So like I said, I only want to attack with my AD carry. In the case of Zyra, I can try and set stuff up with like random bindings and just harass like this. But when it comes to harassing Draven, I'm going to need backup. The reason for this is Draven wrecks supports. Draven is the support killer. Draven saying his team is full of pussies.
Such a busy world.
So we don't have any good coverage there. I want to try and keep seedlings in the area to try and harass. In that case, I can harass the support. Ooh, going for a fight, eh? Eh?
My
Eh?
prey thinks itself clever.
Oh! That was close. I think if I put the plan down, I think I could have killed Draven there. I thought the Q would hit him, or would do more damage, but that's okay. Because we're pressuring them out of lane, we blow summoners. Draven now has his cleanse on cooldown. Everything I have is also on cooldown, but it comes up faster because of my masteries. And it's kind of weird. Like everything I was saying was play passively. It's not so much about. Like the truth is, bot lane is not so much about playing passively. It's about not putting yourself in bad positions. It's about not making mistakes. The reason I'm doing well in the lane is because we're punishing mistakes. And that's the basis. That's what's setting us up. Go, Hector, I'm damn.
Take careful steps.
Like, we're making small mistakes every now and then. For example, I put the pink ward down because I just wanted to have coverage of the bush. It gets pink warded in response. That's okay. That's okay. You can make small mistakes. You can make things that are just for information, as long as you don't lose too much in response. Damn it. Yeah.
Venture off the
Yeah, Kate wasted her barrier as well, so that's unfortunate. Now, we know Elise shouldn't be here because she just died. But she could be headed to the area. So no wards down here. I'm going to get some out just for the coverage. Evelyn did roam the bot lane. And her only items are flask and mobility boots that owns. Yeah, Caitlyn can win this fight. So let's win this fight. Oh! Damn. I made a mistake earlier. I said Draven uses flash when he hadn't used flash, so I might be on that. Oop. This bush is warded. Get away from the minions. Get away from the minions. So, Caitlyn did not secure that kill into Draven. That's okay. Flash for flash. Pressure being applied. He's missing out CS. Draven's falling behind. Caitlyn's getting to that scary Caitlyn point. Like, we are controlling this lane. What is CS at? 40 CS to 60 CS. She has a 2-kill advantage still. Even though we haven't been able to make anything else happen in lane, we're still, like, we're making them make mistakes. So that's a really good spot to ward when you get the chance. A lot of junglers will go through that tri-bush to try and set up ganks, and it gives good coverage of the lane. A really good jungler can actually hang out to the right side and not get spotted by that ward. But most people aren't that good. Like that's the truth about that one. It's not so much that it's possible to avoid doing it, or it's like no, it's impossible to avoid being spotted by that ward. No, people just don't go over here. Okay. So, what was I really talking about before? If this is a bit more stream of consciousness, my bad, because I can't focus quite as much. But it's all been about poking down the mistakes, doing something to annoy them, doing something to just try to force them to do something silly. In this case, there's been a lot of Caitlyn dueling Dravens, and that's because Caitlyn can just kick Draven's ass. Like what Lulu just did there. A lot of supports do that. They try and fight. You can't 1v1 an AD carry anymore. I mean, you couldn't do this before, but Lulu's damage was higher. Caitlyn would have had less sustain back in the day. Oh man, it's Pantheon. You guys all interrupted. I'm not sticking around long enough. I should hit level 6. I was gonna go ward. I don't need to. We see him mid. Now, because of how Zyra works, because of the very, very slow travel time on her route, I can't be as offensive as I'd like to be. I can't walk up and say, let's fight. But I can be very annoying. I can poke at them. I can waste their time. We actually have good vision of Draven here. Lulu's gone back to base. So this is just kind of like, this is zoning 101. Fuck you, AD carry. Just keep them away, and then when they try and go for CS, this is when we apply pressure, because it's a 1v2. And by apply pressure, I mean I'm going to miss skill shots and just do nothing. I should have just attacked the turret. That's silly of me. Caitlyn can apply pressure, though. This is a really good situation for long-range AD carries. Oh no, we're losing the fight. No, no, no. Stop it. Win. Win the fight. Don't lose it. I'm really just kind of waiting for them to move forward. This bush is pinked, so I can try and land a binding. Try is the keyword. I am pretty rusty on Zyra, unfortunately. I haven't played a lot of games recently. Ooh, good ward placement. There's Cassidon.
Come closer.
Oh god, my ult was still not smart cast because of stupid rumble.
Death is enduring. The harvest is upon
Did you guys see that sideways spear? It went, that was awesome. Alright, so I messed up my ult there. If that ult had come out a little bit sooner, we could end a little bit more. But that's okay, we're still taking the bot turret. And like I said,
my plan thinks itself clever.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So we do lose Caitlyn in the end, but that was going to be a 2-for-1 and turret down and a big lead. We're just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. You'll notice I'm not actually starting anything, and this is something that is kind of bad, but the way the meta shifted, it's all about the punishing. That's why you'll find a lot of 2v2 lanes in pro games. It's not so much that one team will start something. You can still do that, it's just harder to do so. A character like Zyra is essentially designed around it, because grasping roots is really hard to land on faraway targets. It's difficult. But if you're near me, if you're close by, then hell yeah, let's do it. How my plant takes it. Yeah! Yes! Yes! Yes!
So much more to see.
Get destroyed. So I'm gonna get another ward down here. This is actually kind of risky, but I see Evelyn top lane, and I'm actually just not worried that worried about Cassidon. He's so far behind. Alright, if she goes for a pink here, ooh, ooh. Does she have a pink in her inventory? No.
Holds many surprises.
So now I should be warning my team that bot's completely MIA. Caitlyn did roam mid. And now here comes the dragon fight. This dragon fight's kind of scary because, well, this is essentially going to be a 4v5. And by essentially I mean it's going to be a 4v5 most likely. No smite.
Wait until my seeds take root. A promising garden.
No, no, no! He has one enough for a rift walk. Oh, or his Q. So, the big mistakes were there. We should have just let him die. Let Pantheon die. Udyr also lost top turret because he died. So that was still a 4v4. But our team just solo queued. And when I say our team just solo queued, I mean we did something dumb for no reason. And that is how solo queue goes. So, I've got my setstone now. What a lot of Asian supports do at this point is go straight for Reverie afterwards. So, let's go straight for Reverie.
Such a busy world.
You'll note that the game has turned around now. Now we're behind, now we're equal in kills. We still have more global gold, we still have more turrets down, we're still ahead in CS, but it's nowhere near as equal as Pantheon is so manly. And I'm pretty sure he's dead. Caitlyn jumped to the wolves, so that's why she can't, or not Caitlyn, Elise. That's why she can't chase him. Lulu's going for this. She really cannot. This is, like I said, supports can't do stuff like that anymore. It's no longer an option.
Come close. Wait until my seeds take root.
We should recall so Evelyn doesn't kill everybody. So Casson doesn't kill everybody.
Much more to see.
I don't really know what happened in that fight. Caitlyn just getting auto attacks off, and my focus is protect Caitlyn, and it happened. So we protected Caitlyn, and we won. Yay! This is a silly, silly game. Evelyn also just got 1v1 by Akram, because Akram is doing very well this game, and he's already bought a Negatron Cloak, which is a very smart buy on him. I mean, they have a very AP-heavy team. Why not go for the anti-AP item? This is kind of a scary ward to place. Okay, Draven's mid lane. I can get the ward coverage out. I've actually been slouching quite a bit with the ward coverage this game. But we're doing well. We're getting stronger. We're getting better. And I'm gonna be honest. I really think that support's reached a point where all you do is just sit back and not die. Now, the next item that most supports have been buying in Asia, and this will vary game to game, but the most common one is Reverie. The reason for this is all the positioning. You want to be able to control where your team starts fights. You want to have just better placement. I should also be buying an Oracle soon, but no. Nah. Not in solo queue. It's really, really good in the pro scene, but in solo queue it's just really annoying because I'll get focused down. They have a lot of ways to kill me, so an Oracle, while useful, is not that useful necessarily. Just want to make sure there are no really good holes to come in and get ganked. We don't have coverage for Evelyn, but that's okay. Do they have a pink there? Because I think they really need a pink there. But I'm just gonna get some ward coverage out. I have my sight stone in the wrong place. This is such a bad idea. This is not how we want to fight. Well, actually, it is. I ulted there just to keep Evelyn away. The good news is neither team got Baron.
Just wait until my seeds take root.
That was stupid. That was stupid. Well, I'll just be honest. That was a dumb fight. We shouldn't have fought that fight.
So much more to see.
No! Go, team, go! This is where a rubber would be super useful, by the way. But it's already useful enough. We don't know if there were creeps there. Okay, there were creeps there. So, what has really been happening this game? Dumb things happen, then one team takes an advantage, then the other team takes an advantage, and we're taking more advantages. It's still very silly and still very, very embarrassing for both sides. Okay, his Q's down, I can survive some of that damage. Okay, his W's down, I can survive for sure. I think his E. Hecarim's just gonna be 1v3ing? 1v3ing, yeah. And surviving. Do.
Just a harmless flower.
It doesn't really matter where I put the ward, as long as it's showing that she's like it just limits her options for escape. Do. She's going over the wall. Do. Do. Fuck. No! Okay, we got her. And Lulu also died. But like I said, like, why do I finally die? Because I try and do something manly. As a support, you just don't have the manliness option anymore. It's no longer a thing. It's just not a thing you can do, unless you're playing Thresh. This is not none of this daily applies to Thresh. As Thresh, you actually just run at people in 1v4, 1v5, and you'll win. Thresh was banned this game though, and Thresh is gonna be banned most games because he's OP as hell. Okay. So I've got the core of my build down. At this point, a lot of games will actually be over. We're going to keep progressing. The cool thing on Zyra is we can buy mobility boots, we can buy sword shoes, we can buy just about anything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Come closer. Venture off the beaten path.
Well, subject of herp derp.
Such a busy world.
Something you can definitely rely on a lot more consistently in solo queue than you can in pro games is just killing someone's morale. As Pantheon, I think his ult got interrupted there, and I think it was a good thing. This game is silly. Alright,
Just a harmless
let's do this, let's do this. Walk around. We'll take out the Draven, we'll take out the Draven. We can do it, we can do it. 1v3, 1v3, 1v3. Bay life, bay life, bay life. So with the way our team works, we actually just protect Caitlyn. That's how we fight. We wait around and then Caitlyn does stuff, and then if Caitlyn does stuff, we win. If Caitlyn doesn't do stuff, we might still win. But she is the crux of our team. She's 8-3-5. The rest of our team is actually doing very well. Hecarim 4-3-5. But with the way our composition works and with the way I'm playing Zyra, I just kind of sit back and let Caitlyn do her thing. I want to hit level 11, and I'll be 14 experience short.
my seeds take root.
Yeah. Hecarim and Udyr can go forward, but we don't really need to. When they go forward with their assassins, because they have an assassin-based comp, we have lots of CC to stop them. Now, yeah, he stole that. And he laughed about it. Pro. I'm out of words. I'll go buy an Oracles. This is a good time to buy Oracles. Oracles is still amazing. Like, people have been, like, stop buying Oracles. Oh, no, you don't.
Holds many surprises.
But the truth is, it is still a great...
Shut down. So much more to see.
It's still a great item with lots of uses, and I'm just terrified. I can't do a whole lot right now.
Venture off the beaten path.
Like, watches the 1v... What was that? 1v3, 1v4 there? Let's see. I'll buy the Oracles. A couple green wards.
Such a busy world.
So, just because you get a Sightstone, don't forget about your green wards. I know I forgot about my green wards earlier. I don't have an excuse for that. I really don't. Like, I was thinking, like, do I have a reason I didn't use a green ward when I said I could have warded? No. No, I don't. So, people underestimate Oracles. Also, don't use it right in base. That was silly of me. I do want to use it here, because I do think there could be wards here, based off the coverage placed down. I don't think there are, but there could be. And then you just roam around the map. You do your thing. You clear wards. You get map control. Now, this is actually scary. When you clear a ward, you got to think about where people could come from. In this case, I could have been ulted over the wall by Kassadin. And yes, I did know that ward was there. Got another ward here.
Just a harmless flower.
Oh, I should be buying some pinks for Evelyn, but that's okay.
A promising garden.
Melee supports in bush situations like that, you actually do not want to kill a ward yourself. You want to auto attack from far away, because if not, you're at such a risk of dying. They're very scared because they Draven ult goes out just to check, because they know we can kill Baron so easily. And like, well, now we have just complete control of the area. Oh, couldn't land it. What am I doing now? Okay. don't know if we can win off that. We can certainly kill Inhibitor, though, even with Evelynn alive. So you got to keep track of where you have your wards. So I've got one sight stone here, a second one there, and I believe third sight stone ward there. Those are all really good ward placements. So goodbye. Rip Udyr. Got nothing for you.
Venture off the beaten path.
They can rush Baron. Caitlyn just waste flash. Okay. So, lesson learned there, if you're going to recall up against an Evelynn, recall much closer underneath the turret. And yeah, I said they could rush Baron, and they did rush Baron. And they can probably get Baron. Udyr is up, actually. Now we can fight this. We'll win this now. Especially because they used so much on me. And apparently Caitlyn just killed Draven? What the hell just happened? I wish a little replay worked so I could figure out what just happened. Stop it! Stop it! Stop! Damn it! Too many wards. Never forget your items. Rip team. Rip spider. Oh! Look at this! 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 Oh, don't look at this. Game's over. All right. That was a really bad Baron. So let me just wrap this up. I think this is a funny video, so I'll roll with it because it was enjoyable. But the concepts I wanted to talk about kind of fell apart very quickly. So let me just wrap this up. Let's see. Where is me? Where's that webcam button? Oh, what? Where'd it go? Oh, I labeled it just me. Okay. So, what did we learn in that game? Well, think about what gave me an advantage. Okay, the first fight did, but what started that? Mistakes. The Draven flashed forward, people got into this long extended fight that was honestly a bad long extended fight, and we trashed them. But in the bot lane, what really gave us that advantage? Like, besides the increased gold, Draven can still actually fight fairly well with a disadvantage. Draven does some of the highest damage in the game. But we did okay. Part of it was the advantage. I'm not going to ignore that. But the other part was I really wasn't forcing stuff. Some characters can force stuff. Taric kind of can. Leona kind of can. But the meta has shifted just because support damage is so low that being the forcer on your own is almost impossible. What you can do now is you can go in with your AD carry. However, solo queue is really bad about that. Solo queue, you could never go in with your AD carry because your AD carry is just going to disappear. Like, let's say that this old comb that is damaged that I don't use anymore, is my AD carry, and this is me. Like, let's say I'm going to do anything. I go in the bush to try and place a ward down, AD carry is going to be over here farming. I go somewhere else to put a ward down, AD carry is going to be farming. Pretty much if I do something, the AD carry won't come with me. That's not bad of the AD carry, it's just you can't coordinate. And when I move forward, what if the AD carry is still CSing? If the AD carry moves forward, what if I'm trying to deal with their support? What if I'm trying to put a ward down? What if I'm trying to do something else? And that's the burden of solo queue. Now in pro games, it's actually still kind of the same. But you can force stuff on your own. You'll see cool plays come out, but it's a lot more planned, it's a lot more coordinated, and very importantly, it's the twosies rule. Like, don't go in onesies and twosies, or don't go in onesies, go in twosies. If you go in by yourself, you're gonna get your ass kicked. If you go in as two, you might still get your ass kicked, but chances are, 2 foots in their asses will hurt more than the 2 foots coming towards you. Because if you're setting something up, you can do a lot more. Yeah, I will say once again, we had a double kill on Caitlyn. That's a pretty big advantage, but even then, it was very little do stuff on her own. It was just kind of wait and delay. Caitlyn's a very good character right now because she can wait and she can delay. I'm playing with the comb in my hand. Get out of here. but most other characters, you want to still do the same thing. Caitlyn, she can wait, delay, and punish. Other characters, you wait, delay, and just look for something. Look for something. Caitlyn's just shooting you nonstop. Hopefully this was kind of useful. If not, sorry. Yeah, that's all for now, folks, and I will be cutting this video right now, but I will not be cutting the stream. So adios. Okay, and now I can try on Spotify again. Yeah!